Hello, everyone. So here we are, finally, the Dropstars Grand Final, sponsored by Seagate Gaming. My name is Blue. Joining me is Kasus. What's up, man? How are you feeling
Hello
for today?
everyone. I'm really excited for today, as if with your company, and we're gonna see a lot of action today, and I'm really excited about it.
Yeah. It should be some good solos. I've never actually casted a solos event like this where it's got so many top tier players. Most solos you find are usually a little bit casual. I think it's gonna be a good time. We're gonna go over the format quickly in the lead up to the games. For you guys over there on stream, the games are gonna go live at 8 p.m. GMT plus 3. So that's gonna be in a couple minutes now, very shortly. So the format, what do we have? So it's the same format we've had so far. 3 Erangel games, one after the other, 10-minute break in between, and the winner is going to get $1,000. So the winner of those 3 games at the end. The guy in second place, they're getting $600. Third place, they're getting $300, $150 for fourth, and then $75 to each player until we have our top 10. 5 to 10th, that's going to be $75. We had quite a run for the qualifiers coming in here. We basically divided it up into each region. So South Africa got its own region, MENA got its own region, and then North Africa as a whole also got its whole region. And that's where Kasus is from. So I'm talking a little bit more from the South African perspective. I know all the players in the scene there. A little bit of the North African guys, but Kasus is he's here representing North Africa and Tunisia, more importantly. No Middle East caster on our English stream, unfortunately, but there are other streams that you can go to for that sort of thing. So talk to me a little bit about what you think we're going to see, because what type of gameplay, what type of plays are the players going to go? Rotating early, staying in late, trying to loot. I mean, we are on esports settings. That should be noted. We're on esports settings, so there's going to be confirmed car spawns. The zone hurts a lot more. I think that's a major shock to a lot of players doing these solos for the first time. In this lobby, I don't think we're going to see it because everyone who's made it here is obviously really good at the game. Probably a pro player. But sorry, we can jump to you. So what do you think we're going to kind of see in the gameplay here compared to a squads game?
Well, to be honest, I would think the gameplay will be a little bit like very passive, because mostly in solo there is a lot of stress and everyone is just doing like a lot of like effort for the survive, and there gonna be a lot of camping, and there won't be a lot of aggressive like fights and everything. Everyone like in solos you actually notice it's not like squads. Like every player actually takes the blue, and he keeps following the blue. He doesn't go in the center, and they try to survive, and that's it. I don't think that we will be seeing a lot of aggressive fights and everything, mostly camping. And yeah, that's my idea of the solo games.
Yeah. So from the South African perspective, our lobbies were a little bit more empty, and we saw it quite passive. And I think a lot of players actually preferred that, the more empty lobbies, because you get on the drop. I mean, you're a competitive player. I'm also a competitive player, or pro ex competitive. It already feels a little bit crowded having 16 teams on the map. You can't really confirm your drop spots that nicely. On solos, that problem is now 4 times as big because you just can't get compounds. Yes, it's esports loot, but do you think we're going to see people kind of declaring compounds for themselves and going to be fighting early, taking the aggression? Kills do matter quite a lot in this tournament. So yeah, I think we'll see the passive play, but in my experience, just watching these solos and seeing the whole thing, like the guys who rotate really early. Do you know what's actually really cool, which we can talk a little bit about now because we have some time? So solos almost reward like really playing the meta of competitive. So where you need to rotate in really early, you take like center compounds, you hold your ground. Like these are all things that you do in squads in esports mode, but you can get away with a little bit more. In solos, the fundamentals are so much more important. You know, like one of those is keeping your vehicle up. That is definitely a huge thing that I've found watching these games. if you're not mobile in the mid and late game of these solos, you're basically just giving yourself up to chance. Yeah, we should be hitting. We see some players filling in. Are there any names that you can start talking about here that you notice? Anyone, some favorites you see?
To be honest, I don't have the name of the list of the players right now, but there is absolutely some players that I would mention from the North African players, and it will be Zipman and it will be Kandam, all the Four Kings players if they're playing, and it will be also the Nose team from, I don't know if one of them is playing is really good. His name is Asador. And that's the rest. I mean, there is too many, so I don't have ones in mind. I should see the list, and then I will manage to tell you which ones are the best, and they have a more chance of winning.
Yeah,
And yeah,
so hedging your bets early. So I see some of them in the server here. I mean, you guys can't see it yet, but we are in the server waiting to start the game. So
okay.
we've got WRG Shepherd here. He's a fairly good South African player. We've got a couple more coming in that I'm going to want to keep my eyes on. But yeah, the lobby is going to start. We are still waiting, ladies and gentlemen. So it's going to take us a second. We're waiting for the game to start. We are just hanging around, basically. So we've got the players. We did need to do a quick restart for the stream quality. Hopefully it's a little bit better now, and it's going to be a little bit clearer. I mean, we could go over again just the start of the tournament. You know, I'm actually just going to do it again because we've been waiting a while. We've got new people in. So welcome everyone to the Dropstars Grand Final. We are here after 4 different game days, 3 days of qualifiers, a regional final, and now the Grand Final. This Grand Final going to be combining South Africa, North Africa, and the Middle East into one lobby. We are 61 players in the lobby so far, so that's a good number. I think 61. Here we are going to be jumping into the game. Should hopefully be starting. We restarted again, everyone. We struggled in the beginning. We're here. We've got our vocal cords nice and warmed up. Should be heading into the first game. If you're just joining us, hopefully it's not buffering, and hopefully the stream is perfect, crystal clear quality. But this is the Dropstars Grand Final. First game going to be starting up very, very shortly. We're currently loading in. Exciting times. Finally, hey, we get to talk about some PUBG. We actually get to see it instead of just talk about the players and what's going to happen. I will be changing the scene as soon as in. What's up? Once again, my name is Blue. I'm going to be doing a lot of the shoutcasting, and joining me is Kasus. And
So it's from Tunisia.
From Tunisia, yeah, going to be helping me with all the North African player names and and giving insights into zone shifts, catching separate things. We'll see. All right, here we go. Going to be jumping into the first game. It's a Erangel with a pretty standard plane, north to south, just west of Savernhy, just west of Millie Island. Everything should be fairly reachable for now. We're going to do a little thing. I don't know. I usually do a fashion critic of the players in the loading screen while we wait. But tag Shilia. I'm in ruins, by the way. 45 seconds left. Welcome everyone to the Dropstars Game 1.
Yeah, I'm just watching the players dancing and doing their emotes, and it's kind of like a new experience for me to watch people in the warm-up and control it.
Yeah, we're gonna get to fly around. I'm having a look. So far, I've seen some pretty cool stuff. Nothing too crazy. Ooh, that looks pretty cool from Inex Prime. All soldiered up, has some of the new esports stuff. 14 seconds now. Here's our Papa Clouds. Definitely looks like a bit of a Fortnite player, if you ask me. Nothing against him. And we've got Kritzy as well, choosing the minimalist. He's definitely going to be one of the players we're going to be watching.
Okay, it started.
It has started. We are here. We are here and we are ready to watch. Kane gonna take a sec in the beginning. There we go, as always. Let the server get all warmed up, you know, the gears start grinding. Players slowly starting to load in. Okay, and we've got a couple shoots going. So Kritzy, a player we talked about, he came second in the South African qualifiers. He's going straight to Zaki compound. You know, it's way away from all the action. Might have a very long rotate, especially if it goes Millie Island. Could be a big problem, but going to be choosing the edges. Any other kind of high tier players that you've seen where they're dropping?
Yeah, I think the 1SR players, we could see them like they're really separate. Wait, no, actually not 1SR, my bad. It's 1ST. I'm talking about the 1SR one. But as you can see that we have TS Hamder.
Oh.
They're going through the big, like...
Youth takes out Sixmo. So Sixmo is going to be our first player down. We actually watching Kritzy, he's going to be chasing another player. So this player that he's chasing, 7 Mini Q8 by Zaki, doesn't have a weapon. And Kritzy's going to probably not let him go. Might let him escape. Yep. Seems like he is
that
gonna...
could be a really big risk because if he's going to waste his time and he's going to go after him, he might not loot and the time would run because he had to go to the circle.
Yeah, the circle did shift fairly south. We are missing some kills, but you know, there's a lot going on at the moment. Everyone trying to find their spot. We've got Kenpachi and Smurf needs nerf in the same compound. They're going to be holding very passively. Kenpachi just sitting with a Tommy gun while Smurf needs nerf. He's actually looting, running around. Mitch Main, a South African, he's going to find heaviness. Man, that Sixmo going out in first play, in like as a first death, that's pretty hectic. But I recognize Hugh, the name Hugh as well. I'm not too sure what team he plays for. Maybe he's a South African and I'm just remembering him from there. Any interesting fights you see? Ooh, there is Gasland.
I think we have a fight here. We have 2 players like and next to the bridge. Like Glory, Linjo, and Gasman. They're really close to each other, trying to shift walk it, play passive, really passive. They really don't want to fight, but they have to fight, you know, because they are in really 2 small compounds. So I think one of them should go out alive from here.
Yeah, Glory, he's got a DBS. So
oh yeah,
one-on-one solos, DBS definitely gonna pull through well, I think.
Yep.
But both of them holding tight. I mean,
yeah, Glory doesn't have a helmet, and so that would be a risk of him peeking it.
it's the first game, you know, we've waited so long. Oh, I see someone is trying to crash. Oh, and we actually just missed that.
Yeah, we actually...
I changed to it, but just missed it. It has a bolty and an 8 times. Got that pick out of the car as well. So that's really nice for him. These early games are going to be very chaotic. There's going to be a little bit of waiting. You know, it is solos. It is PUBG, not just solos. PUBG as well. Another bolty shot. You know what the best part about solos in PUBG is the fact that everyone uses bolt action snipers. Like, we never see any bolties in esports because of the, you know, everyone just runs DMRs. They all run an SLR. So it's really cool.
I mean, I would say bolt action is the main like thing in solos because you need 1 bullet to kill your enemy, and if you're good at it, you could be like having too many kills.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think the one-hit headshot is really valuable that you don't really find in.
Yeah, we have a
squads.
fight. Papa Clouds, he's gonna get pushed by Madanha. He's actually drive-bying and nading him. He actually got him very low. got him with the
Oh.
nade.
Yeah, Papa Clouds. Goodbye to him. Quite a good compound that Madaha is going to take.
I would say GD Madaha is a really passive-aggressive player, as we can notice that. You know, he pushed it and he took a really easy compound for him, and it will give him a lot of time for the next circle.
Yeah, I mean, solos is really about playing one circle at a time, trying to center as best as you can. I think we still have this contest between Gasman and Glory. Both of them very happy to sit. It's actually a cool story coming into the regional qualifiers. I believe it was Gasman. Oh, no, it's not actually. No, never mind. It was another guy who didn't qualify. He was driving around in top 2, hooting and trying to do drive-bys because he knew he had qualified already. Mitch Main and Vinks, they're in new compound contesting it. Mitch Main is holding with the barrel. One of the best guns. Vinks full run. Gonna get taken out. Nice and easy. Mitch Main gonna get his first one on the board. Couple contests here. Iziki and Adran, I believe, on the main shelter road. I mean, they're still in separate compounds, so maybe we shouldn't go to them too. There's gonna be a lot of map in the beginning, unfortunately, everyone, because we do need to see what is going on. I'd like to follow some of the rotates and see the crashes. So here we go. High suspect. He's going to be driving straight into Badran's compound. Also with a barrel and an SLR. Doing it room by room. Where is Badran holding? So he's going to be holding.
We have a fight with Bekir XL and STC Reduc. He got him actually.
Oh, Reduc, that's a South African player. Pretty good one going down as well as Lucky Lion Gamer, another South African player. So I jumped onto that compound crash thinking there would be a fight, but actually, NX headshot, he's going for drive-bys on the buggy. If he continues this, we will follow with him. Glory will finally take out Madada in that compound. Headshot, he is driving away. Oh, 3 players still here. Everyone is just sitting the whole time and waiting. Molly does come out, but not really effective in doing anything. The angles he would be holding are still there.
I would say like right now it should be like that. They should be sitting and waiting. You know, but I don't understand what's the Gasman and Glory NG doing, because either way they have to fight it now or later, you know.
Yeah, they're just putting themselves more behind. You either need to make the decision to fight or wait and play again, you know, rotate early. If you're not fighting, you should be rotating early. You shouldn't just be sitting holding unless you're in a compound like High Suspect and Badran are currently. Going into the map, the circle is going to be closing. Most of these players quite settled. The circle looking very full, I have to say. Or even now. Oh man, a hard shift would be great. 2 Virgin for me. He spotted Gluttony living up to his name, taking up a care drop. I mean, he has no vehicle there, so 2 Virgin for me might look to camp him. He does actually have a buggy. Let's go to Gluttony. What does he have? He's got an orb with it 3 times. Trying to pop the head of 2 Virgin for me. Takes 1 shot. The bike's tires are blown, so he has no way out. Does have no smokes. So he just did a check to see if he could find a smoke. Nothing there. 2 Virgin for me, not full health. So the orb will actually take him out. But Gluttony seems like another fight avoided. Circle has popped. It's going to go east. So everyone on the left here is going to be rotating and moving. Especially trying to crash these compounds that are busy happening.
Try to see what GT Gasman and Glory, I think they're going to take the fight now. So we will see who's going to survive this one and go to the next circle. Because I don't think they have a car.
This fight has been a long time coming. They don't have any car. Glory still has no
Yeah.
helmet. He's walking straight towards Gasman's compound. Gasman hears him. Glory has no idea. Oh, but this is a good window to peek through. Spots Gasman. He might be able to pre-fire this. A bit of a game of round robin now. Glory trying to pre-fire Gasman's angles. Gonna try take a nade straight through. Gasman peeks through just as the nade comes. And the nade... Oh, it's actually not going to be the nade. In the back of the head, Glory will take out Gasman. Goodbye, Gasman.
Hi, Gasman. Gasman is a really good actually player. He's from the GT team, Kuwait team, Middle Eastern. And sorry, Gasman. Better luck next time.
He's very young, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. We're looking
Yes.
at all these cars rotating through. There's still this trio fight here. Oh, Badran will take out highly suspect. So finally securing that compound for them. Still 47 alive. I have no idea where to look. There is so much going on all over this map. I really want the players to almost sort of die down in the zone to get better.
We have one SR Casper fighting AX Baron and Shelter.
Ace Baron, he's on top. There's Casper. Oh, I don't see Casper pushing this anytime soon. He's gonna wait there forever. Smurf needs nerfs, so in that early compound, he goes down to Tambaki. So the TR guys starting to get their names now. So what? Actually pushing Badran's compound. Oh no, we have a freeze. As it happened, solos have struck once again. Oh, I'm afraid PUBG is dead. We're gonna need to run an advert and try restart the game. My apologies everyone, but this is PUBG and it does happen sometimes. All right, we should be loading into the next game. Apologies for the crash, but also the internet. I believe the load shedding, it does cause a lot of problems usually with Twitch in South Africa when the load shedding does happen. So we're just going to have to run with it, but we are now back in the game. The server is incredibly busy. What's been happening so far? Fill us in.
Well, as you can see, the circle is really filled with people and players, and we actually lost a lot of players that are actually good. But actually, I like the fact that some few players know that there is a lot of going in the north center of the zone on top, and like few players are going from the like bottom, and that's actually good because we can notice that everyone is actually trying to go from the top, and actually that gives a lot of fights and a lot of kills, and that's what's happening like since the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I hate these mountain southeast zones. It's such a difficult spot to play, trying to, you know, decide, do you want to take the top of the mountain and potentially get surrounded, or play on the ridges where, you know, it's just, you could get peeked from the top, and then there's the peeker's advantage. And it's a very powerful position in PUBG, playing on the top of a mountain. We've got
We have a really smart player, TS Cobra. He's actually like entered to the zone in a really like smart way. He didn't even go from the top. He took like the open beach and he entered to the zone, and he's in now.
Now we are going to jump, but let's see where he decides to go, because there is almost no space. He's going to crash the shack. Stops the car in front.
Doesn't know someone is there.
Oh.
Doesn't know. Oh, TS Cobra, man. That's how you should take a really good player.
Oh, a little bit of emote BM as well from Zuveris. I mean, you had to have known that shack was taken. Zuveris in a very good position. This sudden shift has caused havoc now. We've got a bunch of players rotating. We need to stay off the POVs to avoid another crash. Can't have one of those. People are just going down left, right, and center. Badran, we saw who we were following. If I was a player now, I would just crash Malta. That's really the only place you can be assured of safety. I see Kritzy is still alive. Lefty K dying outside the zone, not managing to get in. And still chilling there. Amdar, another TS player. They're going to be rotating in. I like watching the rotates, because we get a little bit of a sense of what's going through the player's mind and where they're trying to go. There are quite a few buildings. Some of these compounds quite big. So Hamdar looks like he might be trying the same shack that we saw earlier. Going to be scouting it. This time Zuveris, he's not going to let them crash. He knows the car gives his position away. Going to be going with some Mosin shots, but not managing to land any. All the rotates still coming in. We're now kind of on the later stage of the rotates. A couple players here, Kontar and Baron, they're going to need to push in through Tambaki, and the likes of which Tambaki actually will spot Kontar, takes him out nice and quick with the SLR. Seems like he is aware of SWAT there.
I have a fight going on the top. On the north, like TR Bambaki and Baron. TR is actually an Iraqi team, and they're actually really good. And we'll see who wins it.
Do you know in AES? Do you know Baron? Where he's from?
I have no idea. No.
Me neither. But Tambaki has him stuck behind a tree. Seems like we have found a good player here with Tambaki, who's actually in a position to fight. So we're going to hang on. He is surrounded quite a lot. He needs to be careful of Headshot on the top of the hill here. Headshot, by no means a bad player. I think we are just going to be stuck with connection quality for now. I don't think there's anything we're going to be able to do. Unfortunately, it is just the current state of the South African internet. You're really, you know, great times. But we'll try not let it get us down too much. You know, we've still got some cool PUBG to see. That nade, I believe, not going to go far enough. Whoa, actually pretty good. Going to force Baron to move. We actually have Casper coming up behind Baron. He sees the smokes, he hears the fighting. I'm sure he's going to third party this, but does need to be aware of Tambaki here, because he will see Baron. Nope, it's actually going to be Casper finding Baron in his back. Ooh, that's quite a long range spray for the barrel. A little bit audacious, even with the new barrel. Turns around, takes a couple knocks onto SWAT. 2 kills so far for Tambaki. And going to making his way up the hill. Zone is shifted. Everyone on this top side of the mountain is now out. So
yeah,
this is
we have
crazy.
TR Bambaki. Like, he's actually taking the right side of the map because he's really smart. He knows that SWAT is actually in the houses.
On this perspective a little bit, he's looking. Oh, does spot Shepard. As Shepard's disembarking. Shepard gonna make it through, not even getting a hit. Actually choosing to go in through the zone. Don't know if that's the play. Trying to get. Nope, not gonna happen. Oh, Tambaki spots Shepard. been top on Star Ladder for a long time. Back on the western side. Maybe we can get... So, things are calming out a little bit here. We've got Gluttony and Mars. They're going to have to find each other. A bit to his right, and he is going to spot Mars, but it's getting to the point now where Mars might decide to look down the hill.
And Angel of Death are fighting, and TR Bambaki is trying to get kills.
Bambaki in a bit of a trouble situation. Top 4. He's gotten hard shifted on. Bambaki has quite a lot of a way to go. So he's using all his smokes to the front of him and making a lot of noise. That means Kenpachi with a DP12 will actually take him out. I think that's the first DP kill I've seen in a long time in a custom game. And look at the zone shift again. Oh yes, yeah.
That's actually a really good play from Tambaki, but he should have played it like passive. Like he played too much aggressive. That led him to be sandwiched and be in that position.
Yeah, I mean it's just getting hard shifted too many times. You know, there's only so much you can do. He could have played a little bit more passive, maybe chosen the western side, but it's a lot of hindsight coming from the casters. You know, it's much harder in a player when you don't know the environment in the bottom. Everyone left does kind of have a compound in the zone. The verse, he's making a run for it now. Compound is taken by Madzi. Zufar is almost hitting Madzi with the truck with the bike through the window. So he has crashed. Let's see if they're gonna actually have a bit of a fight here. Zufar, he was clearly a good player from what he saw. Oh, he does know he's there. Utility going to start to come out. Maybe a fake Manzi closing the door on him. The disrespect. Zone is closing, by the way. So Hector's and 7MNY, they're going to have to move. Oh, the nade comes out. It's been cocked. It looks good. It's about to go off. Look, 3 nerf nades. Zufaris, though. Peak. I keep forgetting, you know. I always get too excited about the grenades, and then I'm like, oh yeah, all right, in this patch nades don't do anything anymore.
It's actually like throwing nades, like he knows where the players are, like he's thinking like they might be there, I have to try to use the nades, because usually using the nades is really like an OP thing, and sometimes you throw a nade somewhere and it could kill, especially when you play solo games, you know.
Yeah, and especially now because it's solos, like you said, you can kind of figure out which compounds are taken and which aren't.
Exactly.
So he's, TV Bash. He's having a guess at where Hector is, speaking of nades. He knows that there's a snake somewhere around here. The zone is going to be closing. Is Hector in there? I don't believe he is. TV Bash is holding Hector. He's got to move. No, actually he doesn't. Never mind. Eventually he'll need to move. I wonder if he's aware of death looming above him. Yeah, zone has shifted again. Fairly center. Only 3 players currently in the zone. And 20 seconds
as we can see from the bottom, like there are going to be a lot of fights going on right there. Because players should go to the zone, and there's at least like 1, 2, 3, 4 players.
Hector's making a move on TV Bash. Actually managed to get out there with a really nice nade from Hector. So he's going to be able to heal up, but there's really only one building on the southern side for all these players. Gastroya, South African, still holding tight, 11 alive. Is 7MMY going to turn? Looks like he is going to meet there soon. He's definitely heard him. Going to stick on this fight. 7 here, I'm going to call him 7. He must be planning to go through the warehouse. But no, actually he's going to go towards Hector's and TV Bash. Is Gastroy going to follow? No, Gastroy going along the left. That's definitely the better play, I think. Yeah. 7 here. He is crouching along. Needs to be careful of this angle because he might hit the truck. Oh, but it's lined up perfectly. Will take out TV Bash. Kenpachi as well going down to the nade in the center of the zone. Hector, what's going to happen now? Oh, Hector's actually going to take that win. No time to mid, has to get will be able to take it now. Nice slow zone. So good plays by Hector so far. 2 very smart kills coming out to him. Ali and Haslos Ocean, they're also sharing a compound. Hatlos. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yeah.
Hatlos.
Exactly. It's like that.
GOF, do you know them?
GOF, no idea, but I know the XBS Kempashi guy. He's a really good Turkish team, and they did a lot actually as well. But unluckily, he took the center and he got naded by Ali.
Yeah, well, there we go. We have the 8th zone, which means we also know the center. Wow, this zone is going to be super crazy. There's almost nothing for cover except that one house. All these players in the south are going to have to move. Where has Gastroy gone? Because I would say he's definitely, when you look at the zone, he's the only one in currently, and he's going to have a good angle on these other 2 coming out. Hector's and Bango or Bangu. I think it's Bango, probably. They're going to have to fight each other eventually here. Ooh, but look at this. Glory actually going around, or is he just staying put? He's just staying put.
Ali, I don't know if Ali is recognizing that there is someone under him, but I think he does. Am I right?
I don't know. He's not playing like there's someone under him.
Yeah. Because if he knows, he had to actually fight with him so he can go to the next circle.
Atlas has 5 nades. So if you've got a pin on Ali, 5 nades, you should definitely throw them. Gas, he peeked the ocean. Whoa, but actually Hector's is going to take him out with the flick. But Hector, he goes straight over the wall. It's actually going to be Ali with the mini that takes him out. So now just Bango and Glory in the south. I don't see how Bango makes his way out of this. He has 2 kills so far. So it's a good first game. 2 kills, 5th position at least. He does have a bit of cover here. No, he can make it. If Madv isn't too nutty of a shot, Bango might be able to make the cross here. Glory though, he's waiting on the top. The zone is starting to close. Madv, he's making a decision to go towards the center. 5 players alive, all of them around. Zone starting to close. Bango, he's got to move now. Still smoking his way up. 3 smokes left. Ali takes out Madv. A bit of a problem spot for Ali now because Hatlos is behind him. Hatlos having a little bit of a fight with Glory. The nade, here we go. The 5 nades we were talking about. Not quite gonna make it. Glory still safe behind the tree. Does manage to hit a bolty shot there, I believe. Oh, the nade's getting closer. Down on the bottom, we've got Bango versus Ali. Bango, he's just been healing this whole game, effectively. Oh, I believe this is now the 3rd nade coming out for Glory. Takes him down to half. Bango also going down to Ali. So just 3 players alive. Zone continuing to close. Glory, he's got 4 grenades. Oh, the molly has popped him. That's going to be the end for him. Especially when you're caught prone like that. Now it's Ali versus Hatlos Ocean. 2 kills on Hatlos, 8 kills on Ali. Ali's had a huge game so far.
Yeah, we have a Middle Eastern player versus Golf, a Turkish player. They're both good, actually.
Alright, so Turkish versus Middle Eastern. Ali gonna take it nice and easy. Winner, chicken dinner.
With 9 kills.
With 9 kills. Right, we are gonna go to a short be right back, and then we are gonna be jumping into some analysis and talking about a little bit about what we saw that game. See you all very, very shortly. All right. So that was the first game. What did you think? Your first flying experience of a PUBG.
Well, I would actually say that the first place, the first game, sorry, I've been noticing a lot of players trying to camp it out and trying to get away from the fights, but actually, like in the end, they have to fight it and they have to face it. I would say that the players who won are playing passive aggressive because as we can notice that too many players were sitting and were camping and trying not to take fights. And I would think that that's something that you should be doing in the first game, you know. I would think that you should be taking positions, of course, and like trying to go to the center and everything. But if you can't, you should be able to take the fights. If you know that there is someone next to you, you should take that fight then. So after you can actually go and you have to face it, and that's it. But as we can see, like we have Ali, like how he played from the beginning, and mostly it's the players that played aggressive and that they went to push like the fights and wanted to get the fights are the players that actually had a better chance of winning. Because if you play it like you're camping and sitting around, I don't think you would be able to go for furthermore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's it.
definitely. Yeah, well, let's jump into our transition. So we do have a replay of the match we just saw. We're going to be able to follow it along a little bit. I mean, you will be a little bit limited, unfortunately, but we'll jump into the next game. There's just some moments I want to see. We can kind of track Ali, see where he started. He was. Oh, I don't know. Can't find him. We'll go forward a little bit in the game, not too much. See yet. I kind of
We
want
have
to see
also
some of these.
Kenpachi.
Kenpachi. Yeah.
Yes, we have Kenpachi. He played the same exact play of Ali, and he actually was really doing good, you know. And even the XBS player, the one that died in the center, you know, because he got a little bit unlucky. You know, you shouldn't be scared to move to the next place. You should be like confident because if you're confident to take a fight or whatever, you might get a chance to win it as well. You know.
That compound Ali moved from, that was actually the compound he was in for most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily for him. But let's just focus a little bit on the circle shift. So we get a very hard shift here, and basically all these players are going to have to make their way into the zone. But like, where are they coming in? We saw Tambaki. So as soon as that zone went, he moved in nice and close and is basically there to just gatekeep. And that's what we saw, is he just gatekept this whole side. All these players funneled through. It seems our stream has stabilized nicely. So we see a lot of teams either deciding to go up on the left and fight and die to Dambachi, or along the right. The right still had quite a lot of that mountain left for them. So that was kind of nice. But that mountain, man, just getting squeezed out like that, zone after zone, did make things very, very tricky. As you can see, the guys in the south who crashed Malta, they were chilling for the longest time, actually, not really doing too much. And then
Actually,
another
that would be
shift.
very smart. Actually, that's really smart for them for going to the south because if you have better compounds, you actually have like a better chance to surviving. But if you go in the open in the north side, like for example on the top of the circle, you don't have a chance of living because you don't know where's the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
well, they can
you know.
keep coming in behind you, like you said. These circle shifts just so tough, always going to the edges, tending towards Malta. Definitely one of the games that you want to crash Malta in. Okay, and that was pretty much just a quick run through of the first game. I believe the lobby is getting ready. We're going to change back to our main screen so you can see our pretty little faces again. Hello, there we are. So let's jump into the lobby. Oh, there's a little bit of a, when I change to full screen, you do disappear for a little bit, but it's okay.
Yeah.
That is the COVID hallmark right there. Unfortunately, not allowed to have a nice setup. So we've got 56 of the players in the server at the moment. I'm just having a look to see when we can expect to jump into the next game. 57 now. Yeah, so that was cool. I mean, we definitely saw some highlight plays. We saw some really good players go out very early. Sixmo, definitely one of the ones going out first. And I see a couple more South Africans have now joined in. Gasman, he definitely had a good showing. So it's all about consistency. And this is what we saw in the regionals. You need to be constantly doing well. I mean, it might already be too late for Sixmo going out in that early slot. He's really going to have to go super aggro, hunt players. I think hunting players early game before, if you're a good player like Sixmo, like Tambaki, you know, like some of these gods that we've seen, if you hunt early game, you have so much space to play around, to maneuver, and to fight the way you want to fight. And I think that's the key here, is having the confidence to go early, take those fights, start racking up kills throughout, so that you don't end up going down, like let's say maybe 20th position, which is not that many placement points with no kills. Rather get the couple kills.
Yeah, I would say that also, like, if you're not like, I mean, if you're a good player, you would take the fight and you will be confident to take the fight, because if you're gonna just be there and just camp it out, like as we was seeing with Glory and another player, they were in both compounds almost or next to each other and didn't even manage to take the fight because maybe they're not confident about themselves. You know, it shows that you actually like are not wanting to face your player and your opponent, and that's exactly what you should do, because if you're confident to like push your teammate and your opponent and you're not scared, you have a better chance of winning because he might be not confident. Exactly.
Yeah, it's exactly the same in competitive PUBG. You know, the teams that take the decisions, that play with confidence, those are the guys who come out on top. All right. Not there yet. We are going to be running some ads just before the game start. Big shout out to Seagate Gaming for putting on this tournament. Massive appreciation for PUBG in 2020. Glad we're still around. You know, can't kill us off yet. We're still here. Maybe potentially a squads one day. Oh man, that's going to be so much fun. If we see a squads next with the same sort of format, with these kind of regional finals and then a grand final, that would be a really awesome time. I think solos can be frustrating for a lot of players. It can be quite a hard experience because you're just in the dark so often in the game. If you're not, like we said, actively going out looking for these kills, like making your way into the zone, you can have very little info about what the game is actually happening, you know, what's happening in the game, and get third-partied quite often, I have to say. All right, how many players did we start with in the first game? Do you remember?
I think we started with like 60 something, 65, 66 maybe.
We're on 69 now, so should be filling up nicely. For everyone making fun of my headset, it is not pink. It is PewDiePie red. These are the PewDiePie headsets. Check yourself. Anyway, I saw it in chat, you know, had to address it. Yeah, I'd love to see some more of the Tambaki plays, you know, someone just going insane with the SLR, gatekeeping everyone. If he had just gotten a little bit more of a better shift, I think he would have been able to really do something that game. If he had been able to take control of that compound he pushed, then he would have had oversight on that whole zone. And I don't think he would have just stayed in the compound and hid. I think he would have really made an effort to get the kills. Yeah, I mean, Hector's as well, another player that we saw shine a little bit, coming out of quite a tough position in that south side, managing to push through. It's cool we can see the ranks now. So
yeah,
Tambaki, actually a Diamond 2 player currently. A lot of good players. What are some of our South Africans? Diamond 4 for Kritzy. Pretty cool.
As you can see that like the players who are actually reaching from the top is like the top 10 and 20 are the ones that are confident about the taking the fights and everything. And we can see that with Ali, Tempaki, and Hector and all of that. And I would say that the other players the other players might consider taking the same play style as them so they can reach, you know. And yeah, that's just my advice.
Yeah, good. That's good advice. Let's see if they actually listen to us. It can just be so demoralizing to just get shot in the back or to just get memed on in these solos.
Yeah. I mean, it's really actually stressing as well because you have like too many players versus you, and you are stressing over. But I would say that you would take like one. What's your like? You just make a list of missions you have to kill and survive, and that's it. And your mission is to kill players.
Yeah, well,
And
I'm having a great time because our connection problems have completely fixed themselves. I
okay,
know
good,
you still appear and disappear sometimes, but
no
at
problem.
least everyone can now watch nice and happy. As soon as we get the ping for the countdown, we are going to be rolling a couple ads and then jumping into the second game of the night. It's been a journey. You know, this is their first tournament. Maybe not a bad idea starting with solos. You know, intro into PUBG. It is quite a beast of a game to get into, especially for the esports. There's a lot of sides to it, a lot of management of the maps, making sure all the circle settings are correct. Esports, turning off spectator. We can read a little bit of chat even. Should we do that? Should we see what people are saying? Gastroy says, I came 7th, but should have done better. Yeah, unfortunately, we saw that on the hill. Gastroy was in the bottom there, and he basically got flicked on and deleted with the barrel. So a little bit unlucky there. If he had won that fight, he would have had that top hill. That's how the game does kind of go. He is also supporting ZA. We have started the match, which means as soon as we are loaded in, I am going to be popping it on a couple ads for Seagate. Sponsor them, support them, buy their stuff. They put on cool PUBG tournaments. All right. See you guys very shortly. Hello everyone, here we are, game number 2. Glory has been removed from the game. We don't know why. Who knows, maybe he broke some rules, but he is not going to be showing us his glory this game. We do have a west to east plane. Fairly good. I would say most players don't like dropping it. Well, most players don't drop in the north. Most of them are in the center and the south. Everyone should be able to get to their spots. And I'm interested to see what the kind of the drops happening. First drop of the game is always very, very rough. Sorry, not of the game, of the night, because no one knows anything yet. Now that we've had one game, players are a little bit more familiar with the process, I think. Lane just lagging a little bit. This does tend to happen sometimes, especially if the servers are taking strain. So what are the hotspots? I mean, Gatka's a big hotspot, definitely. South George, no one going Gatka. Damn. I like seeing the positions, the people who drop for the position without any hesitation, you know, going for Pachinki. So look at the 6mo. Looks like he is on his way to Pachinki. He's going to be there with 1SR Arpek. I don't believe we've seen him yet. But this is what we were saying from 6mo, that we want him to fight consistently. We want him to give us a show, actually. He's got his pink
dropping
skin.
Pachinki, it actually means that he's a really 1v1 player, you know.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately for him, there aren't more in Pachinki, just one. But let's see if he can start with one.
Yeah.
Everyone else, I mean, these early games are chaos. A bit of a fight here between Mitch Main and Smurf needs nerf. Let's see if we can catch a fight so early. Zone has shifted, going to be very center. The river coming through the north side, so if we see a north shift, things are going to get interesting. Fritzy also not going to have a weapon, unfortunately, for that drive-by. Gastroid picking up another kill. Shepard going out early as well. The kills are starting to land now. So Gastroid, he had a good first game with a couple kills. I think he had a couple kills and the 5th place. So there we go. Mitch Main also taking out. Smurf needs a nerf with the Uzi. Just having a look now in our early game. Sure, things are very laggy, everyone. Sorry, so I'm just staying in the map, and I'm gonna jump off players because I don't wanna crash, everyone. We're here, the connection's good, things are going. Let's try stay in this game, see what happens. Players definitely split out better this game than they did previously. Lots more space.
Yeah, exactly. I can notice that actually, like there is a lot of players going to the main, like where the fights happen, everything like Gatka, you know, like Pachinki, like because last game it was not so many players that actually went there. They're all going for the small like compounds, and that's about it. And the first game is also like learning from, you know, the steps of the solo game. You know, each one has his playstyle and everything. And the first game is also like it teaches you what you should do, how you play solo and everything. You know.
Yeah, and it's very different to public solos. These type of solos, it's completely new experience. So Hamdar, he was swimming in the Georgia Pole River for the longest time, and he's out now. I think he maybe had a disconnection issue or something like that. But he's back now. We've got this compound fight between Gastroy and another. Wow, Gastroy just completely prone and hiding. Oh, that's not a very fighter attitude. I think he might be AFK even.
We have Enix Kingdom. Oh, he got dropped by Del Quell. Okay, we were a little bit late.
Oh, unfortunately. That's Kinghorn going out. One of the OG South African players. Not managing to make it. And Iwabi also getting taken down by AST Ulsing. Ulsing. Sure how to pronounce that. Part of our... Oh, Budrun also. Some player we recognized from the first game. We watched a little bit of him. I don't know if we should watch new players or if we should try focus on the players we already saw. There is a drop here by what? Let's see.
We have Gastroy and Eskizi, if I'm not mistaken, Eskizi in east of school, like on the top.
They've been sitting there the whole time.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like if you sit there for a whole time, you know.
At
and
least
actually,
Gastroy is peeking.
Yeah, at least Kiskisi is running away, for example. I mean, if you're running away, you know, you might face someone else. So I would say if you would like face your opponent, it's still better.
Oh, there's Bango getting a kill on Slightsy. Slightsy, not a bad South African player. I believe he's South African. I'm not too sure. Oh, Gastro does spot Ezekizi. Is Kiki? I'm struggling to pronounce it. But yeah, so Bango already got a early kill, doing well last kill. I want to focus on the guys who did really well in the first game, because those are the people at the top of the leaderboard. And if they're starting to get kills now already, it could potentially be a good time. Phew, I need to stop jumping on player POVs. That almost got a crash out of me. Mars is stalking.
Fight going on. I have a fight going on. A close contact. Enix Smarts and AES Baron.
Oh, that's currently who
Under runes.
we're looking at now. So they need to be careful, because one tap Zali is here. I don't think he had a huge first game, so he is hunting at the moment. And if he hears the shooting, he might just join in. Youth taking out Bagman somewhere on the map. Not managing to catch it. Is this a contest? Yes, it is. We have another fight here by Pachinki. Malab, can you keep an eye on that fight with Mars? A little bit north. See if anything comes of that, because we're gonna be sticking on this little fight here for a bit. Headshot getting taken down. He did fairly well last game. Oh man, these house campers, they just sit. They just sit. Oh, but now it might all come to fruition. The sitting might be worth it. Malab's gonna run past. And the pre-fires with the follow-through from 4FR. Just B20 gonna be taking him out. Youth might be in a little bit of a problem here. Has stopped his car. Oh, gonna try and keep going. But Bash is keeping him down fairly solid.
Okay.
Oh, we have the scores.
Yeah.
Oh, are you taking a look? So we've got Ali in first position. Atlas Ocean, he's going to be in second position, with Glory in third position. So Glory, he got kicked from this game. Oh no, Glory Iso. Yeah, I believe it's Glory Iso. So, oh, there we go. We actually missed that. Unfortunately, Huth was way too quick. But he did take out TV Bash.
We have a fight going on with SWAT and Billa. And actually, Chilla is really like low, as you can see that.
Where is this?
It's in the center of the zone.
Between SWAT. Oh, I see. Jump onto that. Oh, Sixmo goes down early again. So I think that's going to pretty much knock Sixmo out of any top earnings tonight. The early games, you know, I think he got taken out in Pachinki there. As we moved, we did see it. So let's see what SWAT can do against Chilla in the top. Do you know the tag?
Tag Chilla. I'll look for it.
Well, he's about to get a pick here. SWAT. Oh, gonna nade. Both players just nading him immediately. Chilla gonna be falling down. So does SWAT. Takes out SWAT. Nice and clean. Oh, shooting bodies a little bit. Toxic. Yeah. Mars, one tap Zalhi. They're all waiting. Where is Bango? Oh, Bango is upset that he has turned his buggy upside down. Oh, he's trying to rectify it. It is bugging out a little bit. You can do that nowadays in PUBG, but you know, in the past, if you tried a thing like that. Oh, so we have Hector's and Glory Esso going down early, as well as Vinx. So Glory Esso currently, he was in third position. Now he's going to have a much tougher time getting into that final game, trying to get the top 10. Just a reminder, the top 10 are the ones that get money. So I believe $75 from 10th to 5th position. And then it kind of ramps up rapidly from there, with first place taking $1,000. Rotates are going to start to come in, which means we have to jump off the players as zone is going to be moving in 10 seconds. We can show you the zone like that and fly around a little bit. So here we've got Ali taking a center position in Pachinki and going to have a little bit of a fight there. Just basically telling him to back off. This is his spot. I don't want to jump off because we might miss the fight here. This might actually be a fight that we catch in the early game. These early game fights are like a dime a dozen to try catch. Oh, some good shots from Ali there. Gastroy going down. So a good first game followed by a bit of a rough start on the second game. We can see on the map on the right there just chaos everywhere as players try to rotate and get into the center. Oh, Matada, he is, sorry, his name, Madada. Madada? Sorry, one more time?
Madava.
Madada, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So Madada, he's putting up a good fight against Ali here. I mean, Ali, our number one champ, he's in first. He's seen the other players get knocked out. So he remembers the people in the final game. He knows he's sitting in probably a pretty good spot here. It's about consistency, but Madada, whoa, will take him out with a crazy SLR shot. Ali did a good job of peeking that. Not too, I mean, very quick. Try to pre-fire it. Goes down to Madada. That has earned you a quick slot. Mars going down to Abdullah. But one tap, this is what we've heard. This is what we spoke about. He's hunting these woods, looking for the players. Looking for Abdullah. Quite a lot of South Africans going out, I have to say. It's a little bit disappointing. We do have Kritzy still alive, I believe.
Yeah.
So Bango TV, Kritzy. Zone does go in favor of both of them. As it does center. Quite a nice zone, I have to say.
We have like GT
space.
Madava, like who took the hour. Actually, he took Ali. He's from Kuwait, and it's a really good team. GT is like a Kuwaitish team, Middle Eastern, and yeah, like they both like they're in the same community. Madava and Ali, they know each other, and yeah,
really?
that's really good. That's a really good fight there between
Yes.
two friends. Yeah.
So there was some banter. That's cool. That's I mean, for me, that's one of the best parts of these solos, is the fact that you actually get to play against your teammate. I'm trying to catch a car drive-by here by Heaviness and Lucifer. He's actually chasing Lucifer in the Dacia with Huth right behind. I mean, this is scary to watch from a crashing point of view, but man, it looks cool, so we're going to stick with it. Heaviness, he's choosing the rocks here. Gonna let the players pass him by, so nope, nothing too much there. So Bambaki, he's gonna be playing off against Baron here for this compound. So it seems like a lot of the good players, they rotate very early and then they just sit and wait and hold the door, knowing that they're gonna win that fight. I think it's definitely not a bad strategy, but it does mean if you get hard shifted, you are left behind. Impachi trying to defend his compound from the drive-by.
Next to the church, trying to confirm kills. Oh my god, if he only takes one shot on the guy.
But Contar jumped in, and it's going to be Bango that takes him out.
Yeah.
Nice and quick. Kritzy doing a lot of the work there, but not going to get the kill. Oh, but Madala. Madatha.
Madatha is actually... Oh my god.
Oh, he's going to take out Kritzy. Heard the fight, went for the push. You got to be so careful in solos. Just B20, not actually spotting Madatha on the hill there.
Madatha is actually an IGL of his team, so that's why he knows what he's doing, I guess.
Yeah, IGL, a very difficult. A very difficult role in PUBG. I think actually in competitive gaming, it might be one of the most difficult IGL roles. Lots of stuff going on. Who's the IGL for TEG?
For TAG is actually, you can say me and my friend Milton. I'm the first IGL and he's the second. And mostly we actually work together anyways.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we had it as well, is when I played, I was IGL, and then we had a second IGL. Because there's just so much to keep track of
Exactly,
that you
yeah.
actually need two IGLs. Prime getting a crazy headshot there from Hatlos Ocean. I wish we had caught that. Oh, Hatlos actually was behind him in the zone. Okay, so not as impressive as I thought, but still cool.
We have water. Oh my god, we have 4 FR just B20 versus SM seven. Let's say
Seven, yeah, we're
like,
gonna call him
yeah.
Seven from now on. He's too hard.
Yeah, player 18 FR just B20. He's actually playing with a like the bolt weapon. That's actually crazy. I would love to see some bolt action in this game actually, to be honest, because it's 1v1, so. It just tells which one has a good aim,
Exactly. If we can have a look at this zone, we have a really cool thing happening here. So look at this. We've got one tap Zali. He's got this zone pretty much the left side to himself in a good compound. Then Zambaki, he's in the center. So we saw him pop off in the first game, and he might just do it again in the second, this time for the win. And then look at this east compound. We've got 4 players in close proximity fighting for control of this main compound. And everyone else in the south gonna have to make their way through Madada and Bango TV. Hatlos gets another one. Okay, so we've got a bit of a rule here. If you hit 2 bolty shots in a competitive game, then you automatically get an assign, so that we know that you're gonna hit these shots. But look at that, Zuveris getting a DBS kill. What we like to see. I think DBS definitely. I don't know, is it better in solos than it is in squads? It's obviously not viable in squads. But I think you can make it work in solos. If you've got like an SLR or SKS coming in 762. I think you can make it work.
Yeah, you should be really good at 2 taps, like tapping twice.
Yeah. The range not bad, like you said. If you get that 2 tap, it seems like Lucifer, he's gonna do a push on Papa Clouds here. Papa Clouds, our Fortnite player, our resident Fortnite pro. Unless you know of any other Middle Eastern or African Fortnite players in the top. Lucifer going for a nade. Not going to hit. Papa Cloud's going to keep on moving. Lucifer not letting him go. Papa Cloud's holding in the house. He's going to peek. Sees the head of Lucifer. Ooh, he has a Vector close range. Lucifer needs to be a little bit careful here. That Vector can be quite scary. Only an AK for the seconds. Not too much loot on Papa Clouds here. Lucifer playing this very well, playing nice and close. I would say the AK is at quite a disadvantage here. Close range like this, the Vector gets off a lot of bullets before that AK has the chance to fire 3. And you need all 3 of those to go into the head. Come on guys, do something. I've been hyping this fight up for like 10 minutes now. And everyone's just sitting.
We have VIP Voldemon fighting. Oh, he's getting actually shot, and that's really stressing. He's trying to go like, look at him. He's actually 2 HP, man, and he's going back to the buildings.
Is he gonna crash? Okay, we're gonna jump on. It seems like Lucifer's going.
Driving.
Oh, we're gonna jump on that fight as soon as this one. Okay, up. We're jumping onto Voldemon with 3 HP. Does he manage? So this is a problem. He is so center at the moment. Anyone who peeks this is gonna be able to have shots on him. Baki takes out ES Baron in their compound. Such a long fight that needed to happen. Papa Cloud's gonna continue running. Manages to survive another shift. Lucifer tries to pre-fight. Is he gonna see him in the window? Sees him in the window, catches ahead of him. Now Bango TV is driving past Lucifer. Lucifer takes shots. Bango's behind the compound, and that means Lucifer's getting into the house as well. Lucifer currently not in. So that little fight with Clouds did cost him his position in the zone. And he's going to have to move towards Bango TV. We also have Arpek here, who is waiting in the sidelines, seeing all of this bolt action as well, if he wants it. He's going to have to move towards Bango as well. These players in a little bit of a. Where has
we have TS1 Tab Zahli trying to push Bambaki.
Wow, this is going to be a good fight that we're going to get to watch here. Where
Look
has...
at him.
Is Mathaba out? Sorry, I forget his name. Mabatha?
Mabatha?
Mabatha.
Madatha.
Madatha. Yeah, sorry, with a D. Is
yeah.
he out? I can't see
I
him
think he
anymore.
is out, yeah. He is out.
He did get a good couple kills, but placement means so much, and there's still so many alive that it makes me wonder if he's still in it here to win.
Yeah, we missed that. We have One Tap Zahli actually trying to nade Bambaki. He's had an idea. That's a perfect nade for now. He got him very low.
Yep, unfortunately.
I think he's gonna push him now. He has to push him.
Is he gonna spot him moving? I don't think Zali spotted Bambaki crossing.
Yeah.
So they're gonna go into a little bit more of a state. But we actually have two players fighting in the warehouse now. Finally, just B20 and 7. 7 is holding the tiniest little angle. I don't think it's actually gonna work. I think he's gonna hit the boxes. I don't think you can shoot through that. But gonna peek right, will take the fight. 24 HP left and gets control of the warehouse. Lucifer also actually managing to get out of Pachinki, going around Bango TV. So this is a very good case study of what we were talking about earlier. Bango TV, look how he's hiding just in the corner. He could have confirmed both Arpek and Lucifer for those fights because he was holding the only compound in the zone. They had to cross through the open to get to him. But because he's holding so passively, he's lost out on those kills. And now his side of the zone is so much more busy because you're not eliminating those players in the early game and the mid game. They're coming in the end game. And you've got a lot of people to deal with. Lucifer does spot a player. He's in the open. The mini's out 6 times. He's not going to get too greedy with it. Holds back and takes out the AK.
We have, again, TS1 Tab Zahli trying to find a peek on Bambaki. And Bambaki actually threw him a nade to push him, but he didn't manage. And we have One Tab Zahli. He's actually going to the right side. That's really actually smart to do. And he has an idea, actually, of the player Golf heaviness to be waiting there, so he's just managing to try to figure out which place he's gonna go for. Oh, yeah. He's actually taking the shots.
He's going for the I would say the competitive play. So this is what you do in esports mode, but it might cost him now because Bambaki's gonna realize, especially getting off that pick. I think he's gonna realize where Zanli went. Good taps though, by one tap. Yes, living up to the name. So he needs to push up here towards Goff as quick as he can.
Killed from behind from Bambaki.
Yeah, I can just see him getting killed. Bango actually gonna end up finding Arpek in Pachinki. Heaviness doing a good job of moving around. But this is him moving there has given Zali a little bit of time though. He actually smoked behind him because he realizes that Bambaki is behind him, killing everyone. I'm actually just getting off him every time he decides to shoot. Oh, and there it comes. Bambaki spraying through the smoke. Actually going to land a couple. Both players going to be in the blue now. Going to have to move. Zali, he needs to get the pick on Heaviness now. Spots him in the open. A headshot there would have made it. But no, Heaviness, he needs to med. It's going to give Zali the time to push. Now it's a lot more of an even playing field. They're onto the ARs. And he also has a bit of distance from Bambaki. But Bambaki spots him. It makes him worth the spray. He gets the pick on Heaviness. That is so important because now Bambaki has to get into this zone. And Zali is just going to camp him. Although Zali getting tagged by the zone. If Bambaki hits these, oh, unfortunately, a little bit of a whiff from him. A second shot there would have landed it nicely. He's got a couple players around him. One behind him, a sneaky little snake. Form of Mad V. The snake actually has miscalculated and will end up going down to Huth. So Huth giving away his position. Bambaki very cognizant of Zali above him. So I think putting a little bit of pressure onto Huth, not really stalking him too much. Bambaki and Huth both getting hard shifted. Down in the south, we've got Bango TV. He's gotten the zone and is enjoying it, I'm sure. He's going to have this whole hill to overlook the zone. Has to be careful though, because everything around him is very, very empty. Then we've got Thunder Lost, ETG. I don't think we've seen this player yet. 0 kills so far, but he's spotted 7. Is he going to decide to shoot? He is currently in the zone. 7 also in the zone, but let's jump back as Bambucky ends up going down to Huth. So there we go. Bambucky, I would say he has done well enough in the second game with all his kills in the first game to still have a spot at that top 10 position for the final. I think definitely he's in the top 10 currently. Zali though, I mean, did we see him come alive in the first game? I don't think so.
No, we didn't actually. He died like from the top 40, I would say. But now he's actually doing some good work, you know, with playing passive aggressive, but mostly aggressive. We can see that, you know, he's trying to fight Huth. He has an idea that Huth is there, and he's trying to find him. And like, he's not going inside the zone, which is really actually smart, you know.
Yeah. He's doing a good job of cleaning up the south there. Zali does spot him. The thing with Zali is he understands that his back is very safe at the moment. No player is actually going to cross that road. So he really wants to take control of this downhill, because then he can use the ridge to center into the next couple zones. Because zone 8 is going to hit now. And then just a reminder for those who don't play PUBG so often is zone 9 will always go towards the center. So currently we have the 5 players split up nicely around. Each one has quite a lot of space. He's doing a good job here. If he can take out one tap, it'll be a huge play. He's had a huge game so far, 9 kills. Do you know ETG and Heath?
ETG, actually, I think it's a Turkish team maybe. Or, you know, but of course I know the TS One Tap Zahli guy, but I think these two are really good players. His name tells me something, and I'll try to remember it. You know, we have like One Tap Zahli and Huth right now. If one of them actually take each other, they might be one of them who's going to be the winner of this game.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. I recognize the name Huth. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure from where, but I do recognize the tag. So there we go. Zone has come in. Let's just take a little fly. So it seems Huth is not in on this hill. That whole ridge that Zali and Huth were playing, not in. So they're going to have to fight each other, cross through the open. The good side is, though... Oh, there we go.
Okay.
He spots
him. We have Huth is actually an Seagate pro player, Turkish. He actually went to the contenders and everything. I don't think One Tap Zahli has a chance against him, to be honest.
I don't know. So
this guy is insane.
Is defending.
Yeah, he's defending, but this guy doesn't miss. Literally, Huth doesn't miss.
So you're saying we should watch Huth? Let's watch Huth.
Yeah, let's watch Huth.
Okay, Zali with the nade. Could be a good nade. I mean, he knows exactly where Huth is. Cocks it a little bit too much, though. So the smoke's going to come out. Huth doing a good job pressuring him. Might just find the head of Zali. Not yet. I would say Zali playing this perfectly so far. Staying away from Huth, realizing when he's had his tickets made. Actually going to cross the zone and make it to the rocks, I believe. Yes, so that is a crazy play. I mean, this is exactly what we wanted to see. 2 really good players going at it. I can definitely see one of them taking the win. So now we've also got Bango TV. So it looks like taking on Huth's teammate, Thunderlost. They have the same tags. I mean, Huth should spot
Huth
Bango.
actually still, he should spot Bango. I don't think he has an idea as well. No, he does.
Headshot as well. But he's running out of time. Well, no, sorry. Well, he is actually. It's going to take a while for the zone to start moving. But he's going to have to take out Bango at some point here.
Yes.
We're going to stay on him.
Put on a Huth. Yeah, stay on Huth, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, the flash. Bango TV is doing a good job. All these players doing a really good job of keeping them down. Thunderlost, he's going to end up taking out 7 there. Oh, I can see Huth getting an angle on Bango here. I don't think Bango's aware. There we go. Huth does spot him. Whiffs a little bit. Not actually managing to hit any shots. And now it sees Bango in the center. We'll take him out. Nice and clean. So we've still got Zali alive. And Thunderlost. So it's TS versus 2 ETG players. That's a pretty cool. Who does spot. But unfortunately, Thunderlost, he had the angle, had the pre-fire. So who is closer to the center? This is so cool. The zone is centering in the middle of the road.
two besties are versus each other. Like I
Yeah.
think they both know their style of gaming because they're in one team actually, and they're really good. So it just means this is I actually love to watch this. It's like two besties. Imagine like, versus each other.
Exactly. I mean, and that's kind of highlighting the best part. Both of them hitting headshots.
Oh
No
yeah.
helmet on Fender anymore. So that is a scary thing. He's full mummy zone. We're going to jump onto Huth here because all he needs to do is tap that head. And there we go. The jiggle peak. It's not enough. Huth doing a crazy job. 11 kills, completely securing that side of the game. I mean, staying in control the whole time. Yeah, that was an
Surprised,
awesome second
actually.
game.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that Huth actually won Fender loss because Huth is actually the team captain. So I would say, he got stuff in mind. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly. All right, we're going to jump to a short intermission and then we're going to come back, just watch through that game again, see if we can spot any cool moments. And jumping into the third game, we'll also have a score update for you. Really cool. We'll see you guys very, very short. All right, everyone, welcome back. We're going to quickly take a little overview from the previous game. It was quite a cool game. I think we're going to skip through the first part because it was quite chaotic. I mean, even here. So there were a couple things I noted. It didn't happen yet. I'm going to actually go right to the end. So this over here is what we were talking about with the confidence and how important it is. Bango, he had a big rotate coming into this compound. And if he had taken down Apex and Lucifer, he would have had the whole side, could have gone up to the church, maybe even taken out Thunderlost, gotten a pick, like the drop on him, you know, at least have the high ground to fight him in a better way. Look, Bango did make it very far, but he could have made it as far with 2 kills. And you don't have to be crazy in the picks, you know, just hold a single angle, hold it down. But here we can actually follow Huth. Yeah, so Huth very much doing the role of Bambaki that we saw in the first game, where he was kind of gatekeeping the whole hard pushed side. And just ends up taking all of it. I also want to focus just on how Zali rotates when they start getting in this fight. So over here, I don't think Zali did enough to stop Hugh. You know, he had the rocks that teams like to sit at. I don't know what everyone calls them, but you need to do something for a player like this, because all he's going to do is go around and take this part of the zone. And that's a big problem for you, because you've got this ridge here that you're going to want to play. Sorry, it's not. It's
has actually, sorry, I have to interrupt, but
Yeah.
he actually had no idea if he has someone on the right. So I would say One Tap Zahli was a little bit unconfident to take a fight with Huth. That's what led him to die. If he was confident enough to take the fight, maybe he would have had a chance, because look at Huth. He's out of the zone and he didn't have the zone, but One Tap Zahli has the zone. I would say One Tap Zahli didn't want to face him. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't want to face him. But by letting him go through, it meant Huth could move, will clear everything. So there's this ridge here. So what Huth being able to move around here meant is that this ridge that Zali played, nowhere near as good as it was anymore, because Huth could sit here, he had the center, he could shoot down. He actually ended up pushing along the south, but it doesn't really matter which direction is. The point is he could push because he had him on the bottom side. But, I mean, the play here by Zahli to cross when he started getting the pressure from Huth was a really good move. So immediately, you know, this zone pops. So you're thinking, okay, over here is a ridge. I believe... Where's the ridge? It's somewhere here. It's like just outside
in the middle.
zone.
It's in the middle, like
is it this?
there? Yeah, it's a little bit there.
I was wondering.
It's a little bit there.
Yeah,
you can see it a little bit. Yeah.
So there's only really space. Firstly, Bango has a shot on you completely, but there's only really space for one. So instead, both these players being very good players, instead of waiting for this zone to push them and they both kind of have to end up fighting in this like tiny situation, they'd probably both go down. Instead, Huth decides immediately to push Zali because he knows he'll be able to take
someone
his spot.
There.
Yeah, he'll be able. He knows he's there. He'll be able to take this spot and move in and secure his side of the zone.
Yeah. I've noticed something about Huth. Can you go back a little bit, like how he was moving? Like go back. Yeah. Keep. Yeah. Okay. As you can see, yeah, exactly like this. Now let it play. Like look at Huth's movement. Like keep it like a little bit faster. Look at Huth's movement. Like he goes right, and then he actually like clears the right, and then he goes back to the left, thinking that there is another player there. This is exactly like a playstyle that this is how PUBG should be played. You know, like he has an idea. Like he says, I have a guy on the left. Let me go check right. So maybe now later I can go back to One Tap Zahli. You know what I mean? And that's actually amazing, and that's an IGL.
It's gaining a lot of ground. You know, PUBG is all about ground control, but this was so great. It looks very minuscule here, but how One Tap moves across the road, he senses that he's actually backed into a corner and he just sprints it, knowing the other players may not be looking. He popped a couple smokes on the south, but really he just opened that road, went straight for the rocks, and it did buy him a couple positions. I think he would have gone down there to Huth. Bango also did a really good job fighting Huth here, almost taking him out. I mean, if you get these players in like that one-on-one, you're both flicking fight, that's as good as a fight as you're going to get in PUBG, something like this. And you
as we can see here, as you can see here, actually, Thunderlost and Huth actually have almost the same play style. Like they go right, clear the right, see someone's there. Is someone there? They fight it and they go to clear the left. They always play like that, you know. And Huth and their Thunderlost did a really good job, and actually Bango as well. That's the players of confidence, I would say.
Yeah. So let's take a look at First, I need to find. Here they are. So here we go. Should be able. Actually, we're just going to jump into our cluster screen, make life easier for both. All right, so we're back. You can see our pretty faces once again. So at the end of the first game, this is only first game scores. We've got Ali, Goff, Hatlos, Glory, Bango. So Bango was in 4th position in the first game, and now he's had another good second game. So I can definitely see him being top now coming into the final match. Hector's, I think, went out a little early as well. Gastroy went out. 7 was 9th in the first game. So after another good showing with the placement, he's gonna push up there, as well as Bambaki. Where was Huth and his teammate? Quite low down here. So there we go. So 40th.
Oh yeah.
So they're going to be getting a lot of placement points from this, and Thunderlost. So another big game going to be needed to come out from both of them to actually make it through. Apart from that, I don't see anything too eye-catching. I think we're going to jump to a couple ads, and then we're going to be jumping into the final game, the final grand final Dropstars, sponsored by Seagate Gaming. Speaking of which, guys, have you heard of this really cool thing? All right, everyone. Here we are, the final game. My name is Blue. Joining me is Jesus. Welcome. It's been a ride. I mean, it was a bit of a tough journey. Struggled to get going, but we had a great second game. I mean, we had a good first game. Couple hard shifts, but a great second game. And now we're going to be loading into the final one. I wonder where it's going to go. I hope we get a milli zone. I hope we get a
I
milli
hope so
zone.
as well. Actually, like we saw actually the last game, like there was some teams and some players. I mean, some players that weren't in the top of the names. Now they're actually in the top of the names, and they shined up. Like I'm really excited. Like maybe we might have other players that will shine up this game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Sixmo, we have yet to see a cool kind of start from him. He has been dropping and quite aggressively dying. So he dropped Pachinki, but then he didn't actually like push it and go for it, which is sucks. I feel like if you drop Pachinki and you committed to the fights, you just have to take them. He should have pushed that guy, even though it's obviously very difficult to say something like that. But we have a very good plane now. I mean, everything is basically available. There's lots of cars and things towards Malta. We have quite a big group of players in the sky with not that many compounds available. So Mitch Main and Smurf Needs Nerf. Both of these players have dropped new compound before. I believe last game Mitch Main actually beat out Smurf Needs Nerf. But now Smurf Needs Nerf. He's going quickly. Catches Mitch Main without a gun. And down he will go. Oh, shoots his body as well. He's going to send Mitch Main back to the lobby. In school, we got a bit of a fight between Lucky Lion Gamer and TS Dead. Lucky Lion Dead decide to back away. So, Western
We have
Shift.
a Gatka fight right now. We have a Gatka fight. 3 players are taking over the compounds, and they're actually in the middle. So one of them should be going out from that place alive. And I would think that it will be, I don't know. It depends. I think GT is a good player, Gasman. We have that player. He's wait. I think he's a Turkish player.
I mean, just B20. He also had a good showing in the last game. So only 22 bullets in his gun. He does have a mutant as a secondary. Not the best thing ever, but it'll get it done.
Sorry to put it back. GT Gasman is a Kuwaitish player.
Oh,
so we have something there. Yeah, we have something there happening with the 4FR. They're not peeking as always. We have Mendezi trying to get the peak.
When I was
on
playing,
Gasman.
Yeah, we're on 4FR right now because he's in a nice center position. When I was playing, there was a Kuwait team. I forget their name, but they were very, very good. And I wonder if it's maybe not the same player, but that same strain of community. Gasman, he's peaking 420 now. He's got a UMP. We've kind of dubbed this gun the King Killer because it keeps seeming to taking out the leading players. The guys at the top, they keep getting killed by UMPs, and I don't understand it. I don't see how.
Mendezi trying to throw the nade on Gasman, but it actually doesn't reach. We have both of them actually. Gasman, he's actually getting shot, and 2 people are actually focusing on him. He's on fire right now. I think he's gonna die.
Yeah, he's getting bullied. Oh, that's a big nade. Good job going prone there.
Oh, Mandazi with a VSS. I hate that gun, man.
Yeah, me too. Worst gun in the game. It's so tilting, just getting sprayed by
Yeah.
it.
I think Gasman didn't hear the bullets where they're coming from, and he was so stressed.
Yeah, and that's going to be him. I think he did have a good showing in the first 2 games, so it's unfortunate that he goes out early. But now Mendazi, he's got no armor against... Oh, we jumped to the wrong spot, unfortunately. Let's go back to that fight against 4FR, or just B20. I'll call him just B20. He's got no armor. Just B20's got level 2 armor, couple bandages, nothing crazy. But is he actually going to run for it? Oh, no, he's not. He's going to end up going looting and moving. Okay, so these guys seem to have backed off a little bit. If you want to keep your eye on that, let's
sure,
jump
but
around
we
a little bit.
actually, I have to mention that we actually lost DA6mo again to a really aggressive fight. and he was actually getting very aggressive, and he lost it.
Oh, that
You know?
that is unfortunate. He listened to
Yep.
us, and then we killed him. Doesn't that feel bad? That's a caster's curse
Yeah,
right
man.
there. I see Hen Zero going down as well. Unfortunately, another South African dies. Just B20 though, he will take that kill. So he's going to be the king of Gatka for now at least. Yeah, so 6mo unfortunately with a rough showing. Solos will do that to you. Don't feel too bad, 6mo. When
We have to
squads
spectate
come-
H. Abdullah. He got he's
Having a
actually
look.
taking the fucking
Orm.
yeah, he's actually taking the drop.
He left the orb.
That's really he left the arm, yeah.
What? How? Oh man, no, that's all kinds of wrong. I get it, you know, the SLR probably better. You know, you can
Yeah,
get the
but
third
at least he
parties.
took the bullets. At least he took the bullets.
That's
I mean,
true.
that's smart.
But I mean, come on, I would have taken the orm. When a drop blesses
Yeah.
you like that in a solo game, in a competition like this, when you have the chance, you know, you have to take it. It's a sign.
Sure.
I see stream is lagging a little bit. It's unfortunate, just South African internet. So nothing much we can do except keep going. Abdullah, look, you know, proving us wrong, getting a nice headshot with that SLR. Got a nade as well, cocking it a little bit too short of a few frames. I don't think anything's gonna happen. But pushing it, he does find the leg. Pre-fire and takes out Maleb quite easy. So this is what we're saying, you know, kills in the early game. This fight for Abdullah was so much easier compared to like these late game fights that we've been seeing. Oh, but here, look at this. Bango TV and Ali, they're in the same compound now. Both these players, top of the scoreboard. Ali, he had a bad second game. He can't afford to lose this. He's in the bathroom. Bango's pushing him hard and will take him out. Ooh, so that's Ali now. Probably not going to make it into our at least the top 3. Bango TV, on the other hand, I mean, he's got 1 kill already, and it is very early days. So we could see him pushing right up into the top.
You can actually notice that Bango TV actually is playing really aggressive. Like once he knows someone is there, he's just pushed them. Actually, maybe he actually took our advice to consideration. I don't know.
I think he did take our advice. That was a really good push.
Yeah.
So
That's
Cobra-
the same thing happened to Ali. Oh, Cobra. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. The same thing happened. So Cobra, the guy you were hyping up, he's pushed into the same compound as Zali. So we're gonna have to see. Okay, guys, I'm gonna need you to rate my pronunciation now because I was practicing. So Zali. No, I can't do it. I'm trying my best, but Zali.
Just pretend like you're coughing and say the ha, bro. It's really easy.
Zali. No, I think
Yeah.
I'm butchering it.
Zahli.
Zali.
Exactly, yeah, there you
we
go.
go. We're
You
getting
did.
it. We're getting there. You know, I can say the and stuff from Afrikaans, but the throat,
ha is
the
really
throat
weird.
it's a new sound. Well, it's not a new sound,
Yeah.
but it's a new sound saying it.
Yeah.
A little bit of a fight here with Gastroy, which get on him. Nice and center. A lot of players finding quite good positioning in this zone, I have to say. It seems like there's definitely a lot more control this game compared to the last game. You know, players, there's more of a plan here. 7, he pushes straight up into SWAT. SWAT will say, thank you for the loot delivery, thank you for the bike, and get out of my lobby. 7 was actually in a very good position coming into this game, but not anymore, it seems. Let's see if he still manages to maintain that top 10 position going out early. Zone is about to pop. You can see where it goes. Where's Critzy? I haven't really seen Critzy. And it's a full hard left. Wow, so quite a crazy rotate going to be needing to come out from a lot of these
Down
players.
with Gastroy and Lucifer. Oh, Lucifer actually takes the shot and kills him.
Bolty, very hard to catch those.
Yep.
I'm interested to see between Cobra and Zali now. Zali. So I'm trying my best. Okay, so Cobra, he's gonna get out of there. See, this is why we have you here. You know, for these names. Well, also that and your brilliant person in-depth analysis.
Yeah, we have SWAT gonna take the shot on Kontar on top of the compound. And it seems like his shots are not connecting. He's gonna get shot, and maybe we'll get... No, he got it. He's good. He actually, Kontar has SWAT actually has a really good place. And if he actually managed to check on cars that they're running like towards him or next to him, he actually can get too many kills.
Yeah, what is good that he's doing is he's telling everyone in the lobby that he's here, that you can't crash him. And it's very important to let people know that you're there and they can't just pull up to that. And Cobra, he was taking some shots on Halos Ocean. So Hatlos Ocean had a good first game. I think a very mediocre second. So there's quite a lot on him now to push to get those placement points. Last chance for a lot of these players.
Bakir and Casper shooting on Bagman. He actually killed them. They were both shooting at Bagman, and the car went on fire.
Oh,
and actually now they're gonna go take the fight together. They're gonna solve their issues together. And oh, we have here Bakir throwing a nade on the left.
Yeah, we was watching this. And Baki getting another kill. We also have a big fight here between Huth and Zufarus. I mean, both these players, I believe, were in quite a high placement. Huth didn't have a good first game, but a crazy second game like we saw. So it's going to be quite important for him. Oh, the machete getting thrown. Huth playing this very patiently. No need to commit to the fight yet. His teammate right next to him. That's interesting. We gotta make sure that they actually find each other. Venk's going out in 38th position, unfortunately. South African streamer, she did her best.
Fight going on with Lucifer and wait, what's his name? Yeah, and Smurf. They're actually contacting together.
Ooh.
This has looked pretty interesting, actually. They're like, let's do this, man. We have to fight either you and me, you know, like because they were sitting there for like at least 20 minutes. And as we can see here, Smurf is actually trying to push it with confidence. And he's actually throwing the nade so he can actually make it seem like silent for Lucifer. Lucifer is actually waiting for the peak. Oh, I lost it 1 second. As you can see here, Lucifer trying to throw the nade. And Smurf is actually having... Oh, Smurf is gonna push it. And he's going very aggressive. And as we can see that Smurf is confident and he had to push it. And he actually got it as easy as that.
Huth killed himself. Yeah, that was a good push. We actually caught that. Huth burned himself alive in his room. That is Huth down. He's not going to be able to recover from that. And SWAT also goes down. So SWAT holding the heel, doing a great job. PS dead, holding him, but SWAT gets third partied. Yes, there's a little bit of a rotate here has gone on. Aaron, the circle has shifted left again. So, who are the big players still in this game? We can start kind of trying to figure out who's alive and not. Who isn't alive is too virgin for me. They're gonna get taken away. But now Gluttony, he's trying to rotate. The vehicle is flipping. He's trying to jump out. Good return fire. Baron actually not going to be able to confirm that, and Gluttony is going to be able to get to his building. Somehow
He will be taken out by Dead.
Look at that, B20 also gone down. Gluttony not aware of what's happening. He knows Dead is somewhere. I think maybe he's realized he's on the bottom floor.
TS Dead, if he actually threw a nade on Gluttony, he would be taking him because he was really low. And I don't know, like now Gluttony has an idea that T is there and he had someone on top of him, and he now has to manage what to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think all three of these players are straight sent in this compound. So they're just going to sit and wait, basically, until they're forced in from zone. I'm going to catch this rotate from Bango now.
He actually went back. Never mind.
Wow, Bango actually finding the sole compound. The sole empty compound in the zone. That is a crazy feat of luck, actually.
Like we can see, like, are you still in Bango? Like Bango is actually like clearing the house, and that's the way how you clear it.
Completely unaware. I've gone back to Gluttony now because Baron is on the stairs. They came so close. That nade stares Gluttony in the face. He's going to peek the door now. Could find Baron. And both these players just teasing us, really, for these fights.
Yep. I would say that if one of them got confident, he would win the 1v1 like opponent thing.
Here's a big fight in the south. Dali against Thunderlost. That's a good nade, but it's not going to hit. We've got Zuvarus as well. He needs to make his way there through them.
Ooh, Zahli is going to die with a Molotov, I think. No? Oh, it actually touched him a little bit.
Yeah, but he's a little bit stuck for now. Good thing that the entrance is on the other side, so he is safe.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Cobra is around there that he needs to deal with. Where is Cobra? Cobra's in the zone, actually choosing to go in the swamp. So, Zufarus, he is aware of Zali.
Yeah,
Zali.
I think Cobra, Zahli, yeah.
Zahli.
I think Cobra is actually playing the I want to survive for the next zone. I don't want to fight it now. But I don't know if this works. Like, it's a 50-50 game.
He does
So
have a
we'll
little
see
dip.
how he goes.
So if you follow Cobra's
he does.
pathing, he does have a little dip coming into that zone. So he could make it. Oh, Zahali, he's got a bolt action, takes a shot in the chest of Thunderlost. But this has given him a lot of momentum. He needs to take action now. The Molly, pretty good as well. Gonna push him back. So now, maybe no more utility left for him.